Okay. So like I said, a few people were having troubles with determinants and inverses. So I'll do 2 examples from that exercise. I'll do like 3a and 4a. Unless people would prefer a different one. Would I just do 3a and 4a? Because they're all going to be the same type. So that's page 13 in your book there. Yeah, you have it there? So, would that be okay? Yeah? Alright, so 3a and 4a. So 3a, what values of x will the following 2 by 2 matrix have an inverse? So it does have an inverse. What can we say about the determinant? It's not 0. That's right. So the determinant is not 0. So here the determinant would be 2x minus 6 times 3x plus 3. Yeah, minus 3x plus 1 times 2x minus 8, not 0. 2x minus 6, 3x plus 3, 3x plus 1, 2x minus 8. Okay, so multiplying that out, I get, that would be 6x squared plus 6x minus 18x minus 18, and then minus, and now I'll do this piece here, big brackets, 3 times 2, 6x squared, what's that, minus 24x plus 2x minus 8. Right, so I get 6x squared plus 6x minus 18x minus 18 minus 6x squared plus 24x minus 2x plus 8 not equal 0. The nice thing that happens here is that this cancels this. 6x minus 18x is minus 12x plus 24x is 12x minus 2x is 10x, and then minus 18 plus 8 is minus 10. So 10x does not equal 10, so x does not equal 1 then. Okay, so if you had trouble with that, I'll just give you a minute to write that down, and then I'll do 4a. If you didn't have any problems, you don't need to write it down, but if you had a bit of trouble with it, you should write it down. Okay, let me scroll down a little bit. So actually what I'll do is, yeah, I can do 4a. So let's have a look here at 4a. So here I tell you that it does not have an inverse. So that means the determinant is 0. So starting off again, the determinant is 0. I get minus 8x minus 1 times 8 minus 9x plus 9 times 3. That should equal 0. Minus 8x minus 9x plus 9 times, oh sorry, that should be an 8 there as well. Minus 8x minus 1 times 8 minus 9x plus 9 times 8. So that's an 8 there as well. That should equal 0. So again, multiplying out. This one here will be minus 64x minus 8 minus 72x plus 72, that should equal 0. Minus 64x minus 8 plus 72x minus 72 should equal 0. So that's 8x minus 80 should equal 0. So 8x should equal 80. So then x should equal 10. Okay, so write that one down as well, please. So that's 4a. There's a good chance that if you're getting this wrong, it's because of the signs, the pluses and the minuses. So my advice to you, if that's happening, is that you should put brackets around the first two you multiply, put brackets around the second two you multiply, and then stick a minus in between the brackets. It might help you out there with the signs. Okay. Okay. So we'll have a look at the next chapter now. So in fact, we have the first chapter finished, which means sometime this week, I won't tell you when, sometime this week, you'll have a surprise test on the first chapter. So I've ruined the surprise for you, but you don't know when it is. So sometimes this week, I'll give you a test on chapter 1. Okay, so now we're starting the second chapter now. Okay.
Will it be after the exam?
The test will be sometime this week. That's all I'm telling you. You know 2 times when it can't be this week. It cannot be your Monday 9 o'clock class, because that's in the past now, and it can't be the class now.
And
All
there's
right.
the day that we don't have.
And yes, so you know, there's not much possibilities left. Okay. All right. So next topic, next chapter. Yes.
Will we have test and all the material we took already?
The whole chapter 1. Yeah.
So how long will the test be?
It'll be in class, so minimum 30 minutes, maximum 50 minutes. But I'll try to keep it around the 30-minute mark. So it won't be a huge test, you know, just a couple of key ideas from throughout the chapter.
Yeah.
Okay. Question, yeah? Could be anything on it. Anything. Yes?
So since we have a test and the whole chapter, can we spend the experience like having revision? Avoiding stuff?
Maybe. But I'm thinking maybe not, because the test is not going to have any serious consequences for you, and we'll do revision after the test. But I want to see how much you remember yourself first. That's the idea. Yeah. But we will have revision of it at some point, yeah.
We still need to have our calculations.
You can use the calculators for the test, of course.
And
Yes?
including the last
Everything from the first chapter. And we're starting the second chapter right now.
Yeah,
So not including this. Yes. Okay. We have seen a little bit from the last chapter problems like this, where you have something like x plus 3 multiply x plus 2, and it makes something that looks like this. So if we multiplied out x squared and then that's a 3x and a 2x, which will make a 5x, and then a 3 and a 2 at the end is a 6. So you get x squared plus 5x plus 6. Does anybody know the name of this type of problem, or this type of equation? Yeah, it's called the quadratic. And by the way, what are each of these called? Like something like this, ax plus b, what's the name of that one? That's called linear, yes. And then quadratic is something that looks like this, ax squared plus bx plus c. And since I mentioned it, I might as well tell you what the next one is. Ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. What's that one called? Does anyone know? It's cubic. So we are going to worry about this one right now, quadratics. And in particular, we're going to look at something called factorizing. What does factorizing mean? Well, factorizing means being able to start from here and go back to this. So we've done this one down to this one, but we actually haven't done the reverse, going backwards, okay? That's called factorizing, and the reason it's called factorizing is because each of these are called a factor. So that's called the factor, and that's called the factor. So that's why it's called factorizing. You're trying to go back to the factors. Okay, let's have a look here. So I just need you to take down the key vocabulary here, linear, quadratic, and cubic especially. And then these are called factors. That's very important, okay? Okay. You have that taken down? I can go down a little bit. Just a sec. Okay. Okay, so I'll do 4 examples with you. Each one will get more difficult, but the key idea is really the same in each one. So the first example here, I want you to factorize x squared plus 11x plus 30. Now the idea is this. First you write down 2 brackets because you know that there should be 2 factors as the answer. And you know it'll be an x here and an x here. Really what you're looking for is the number that goes here and the number that goes here. That's really what you're looking for here. And this is how you can find it. Firstly, you look at the number at the back. And you think about all the ways you can multiply to make 30. So what is that?
6 and 5.
1 times 30, yes. 6 and 5. What else? 15 and 2, yeah. And then 10 and 3. Is that it? 6 and 5 I have, yeah. I think that's them all, isn't it? 2, 15, 3 and 10. Oh no, I don't have, no, I don't need that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6 and 5 I have. Yeah, so I have them here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 possibilities. So you need 2 numbers that multiply to make positive 30, and then you need 2 numbers that add to make positive 11. So it can only be 6 and 5, because 6 times 5 is 30, and 6 plus 5 is 11. So you want 2 that multiply to make this and add to make this. So it has to be plus 6 and plus 5. And then you can check your answer. X times x is x squared, that's right. 6 times 5, that's 30, that's right. And then to do the piece in the middle, you do 6 times x, which is 6x. I'll write that down here. Oops. 6x. And then I'll do the outside piece, x times 5, which is 5x. 6x and 5x? 11x. So it works. If you multiply this out, you do get that. Okay? So you see, there's not a lot of writing, there's just a lot of thinking. Don't let that hold you back. Okay, so another example now. But let's make it a bit more difficult. I'll put in some minuses. So x squared minus 2x minus 35. Okay. Now here, the complication is you need 2 numbers that multiply to make minus 35. Well, firstly, what multiplies to make 35? 7 and 5, or 35 and 1. Anything else? No, that's it. But if I want to make a minus number, then one of them must be a minus and then the other one must be a positive. So it could be 7 and minus 5, 35 and minus 1, or the other way around. Minus 7 and 5 and minus 35 and 1. So in fact, here again you still have 4 possibilities because of the minus. But I need these numbers to add to minus 2. So 7 and 5 is 2, no good. I need minus 2. 35 and minus 1, 34, also no good. Minus 7 and 5, minus 2, so probably this one. And then minus 35 and 1, minus 34, so no good. So it's definitely this one here. So you have x minus 7 and x plus 5 is the answer then. Okay, 2 more examples to go. Okay. Next example. Now we get more difficult. So I have 15x squared plus 38x plus 24. Okay. Now, the problem with this one is you have 2 numbers to look at for multiplying. At the back, you need 2 numbers to multiply to make 24. But then at the front, you need 2 numbers to multiply to make 15. So at the back, what multiplies to make 24?
8 and 3, 24.
Yeah, 1 and 24, 2 and 12, what else? 3 and 8. That's it.
6 and 5.
Yeah, and then it goes back to the same. And then 15, 1 and 15,
3 and 5.
3 and 5. Okay, so in fact, you have doubled the difficulty, at least doubled the difficulty of the problem. Because not only do you need to have the numbers at the back and numbers at the front, let me show you what I mean. You need, in red here, are the numbers at the front of the x, and then in blue are the numbers at the back. Now this is where it can start to get tricky. So you need to make a plus 38. So you need to choose 4 numbers that all add up to 38. So for example, just as an example, if I did 1 and 15, let me just write it here, 1 and 15, and then 1 and 24. What do these numbers add up to?
41.
Definitely not what we want, right? Because let's see, 1 and 24 is 25, 25 and 15 is 40, 40 and 1 is 41. So it's not going to be those. So we have to choose one of these and one of these. So rather than going through all the possibilities, and by the way, how many possibilities would there be here?
415,
How many? 8 possibilities, because I can choose one of these and then one of these 4. So it's 2 and 4 possibilities, in total 8. But don't worry about how I got that number, that's not important. The point I'm making is it'll be a little bit long for me to write down all of these. So can anybody see which I should pick here and then which I should pick here so that they all add up to 38? You know, it can't be the last one because that looks too small, doesn't it? 3, 5, 4 and 6. Will we look at maybe 3 and 5? Maybe. So if I put a 3 and then 5 here, what could I try? Will I try 2 and 12? Let's see. That'll be 10 and 36, right? No good. What about 3 and 8? That'd be 15 and 24. That's no good either. What else do we try? 4 and 6? 20 and 18. This works. This is going to be it. Okay? Yes? Look here. 4 times 5x, what's that? 20x. And then these ones here? 18. Sorry, I think I might have confused people earlier by saying just add them all up. It's not quite, I didn't mean just quite as easy as that, sorry. You have to do a little bit of multiplying before you add up. So 4 and 5 is 20, 3 and 6, 18, and then 20 and 18, 38. I'll definitely do some more of these, okay? So let me put another one down here.
Sorry.
Yes?
Does the 4 need to be on the left?
Say that again?
Does the 4 need to be on the left? Or could we switch between the 4 and the 6?
I don't think we could switch the 4 and the 6 unless we switch the 3 and the 5 at the same time. Because if I put a 6 here, that would make 30, and then 3 and 4 would make 12, so it would be 42 then. Here, I'll do another example. 10x squared plus 17x plus 6. Okay. Now, what numbers do I need for 10? I could have 1 and 10 or 2 and 5, and then 6, 1 and 6 or 2 and 3, x and x. Okay, so again, visualize here. I need this multiplication plus this multiplication to make a 17. So anybody have any insight here? See, if I put, let's see, we'll try 1, 2 and 5, and then 2 and 3. So that would be 10 and 6, which would be no good, 16. Right, let's stick with 2 and 5, and let's try the other one, 1 and 6. Okay. 2 times 6? 12. 5 times 1? 5, 12 and 5? 17. So actually this is the combination you want then. Okay. Let's do another one. We're on a roll here. 20x squared plus 61x plus 36. Okay. 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12. What else?
6 and 6.
4 and
9.
4, 9.
6 and
Is that it?